Room 442 is presented by North Star Bets. That's a win.
A boost for the global brand and a massive spike in shirt sales, but little or no impact in the one area that really matters. That pretty much sums up Messi's underwhelming season and a half at PSG, with the Qatari backside no closer to Champions League success despite acquiring one of the best players the world has ever seen. After a tearful exit from the Camp Nou, Messi's first season in the French top flight saw the worst goal return of his entire career. The Argentine ace found the net only 6 times in 26 Ligue 1 games, landing him in 50th place in the top scorers chart for the 2021-22 season. This campaign, his form has been slightly better with 13 goals and 13 assists in the league. But that doesn't even make him one of the top 5 goal scorers in France. And over in the Premiership, Erling Haaland has more than twice that tally for Manchester City. It's no secret PSG bought Messi in the hope of finally lifting the Champions League trophy, but in that regard, the club have actually taken steps backward. Prior to his arrival in the French capital, PSG had made it to the UCL semi-final and final in consecutive seasons. But with Messi in the side, the club have suffered round of 16 eliminations for the last 2 seasons on the bounce. I'm now joined with James Sharman, and before we get into Lionel Messi and the superstar that he is, we have to talk about one of the global superstars of Room 442, and that is Mr. Sharman. Oh, happy birthday.
I'm glad you found out, Sarah. I kept it so quiet. I tried my hardest.
You did.
The end is nigh.
I felt awful. James kept it under wraps. No one here knew, but once we found out, thank you, Twitter world. Thank you, Footy Prime.
Yeah, thanks, Footy Prime. You're great. Anyway.
All right. Well, best wishes. Hope it's another fun year of covering footy, James.
Let's hope I get through this year. That's the biggest goal here.
Amazing. All right, on to Leo Messi. James, it has been said that Leo Messi is going to nearly every club in the world at this point. Over the weekend, PSG lost yet again back-to-back matches before and after the international break at home. And Messi has been booed at both of those matches now. I know. The disrespect from these Parisian fans, I really can't understand it. But it's been said that he's really unhappy, he's leaving, and his contract ends June 2023. Mm-hmm. It's 3 months away. So the question becomes, where is he going to go?
First of all, why are they booing him?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, he hasn't reached the heights of Barcelona, but how is he ever going to do that at his age? And it's been a fantastic year for him, let's be honest. Really good domestic season, actually, plus a World Cup, right? Okay, they crashed out again in the Champions League. That's not his fault, all right? I mean, these fans at PSG, do they remember where they were 30 years ago?
No.
Nowhere.
Because they
weren't anything, right? This is a new club with no history whatsoever, who have been bought by a state because of sport washing to polish their brand as a nation. And they have the audacity to boo Leo Messi. I think it's disgusting, honestly. It really is. But sorry, I digress. Where is he going next? Listen, there are rumors, of course, going to Al Hilal in Saudi Arabia. And the reports are £350,000 a week. Million.
And that's...
Pounds, 350 million pounds a year.
It's okay, math wasn't
which is pretty good.
Suit.
At this point, 350, 250.
Yeah.
It makes no sense,
another
right?
Couple hundred mil.
Right, but because they really want to have Messi go up against, of course, Ronaldo.
Yeah.
And with Ronaldo, we said from the beginning, if he does this, he will slightly tarnish his image, but we can't blame the guy for taking that kind of money. Mm-hmm. Same with Messi. I think his image is somewhat tarnished going to PSG to begin with.
For sure.
Right?
But
he
at least he was still in Europe. I think that was the only thing that kept him, because we know we're going to see him in the Champions League, right?
Yeah. Precisely. Yeah, I mean, we still want to see that, right? He can still do it. But I mean, where's he going to go? I don't know. I mean, MLS has been rumored there as well. But obviously, any rich club in the world will be interested in getting that guy's signature. Yeah.
Well, let's break down because I have some odds on where he's going to go. But let's look at what he actually did at PSG. Because people are saying, he didn't do that well. PSG didn't go to the semifinals and finals with him. But these are his stats as it stands. 67 games in total, 29 goals, 9 of those UCL goals, 32 assists, and he's won 1 Liga and 1 Trophy de Champion, which is basically the French Super Cup. But funny enough, so his 2021-22 season, he had 34 games, but he was injured for 14 of those games. So that's only 20 matches. And he still scored 11 goals and 15 assists. And this season, he's at 33 games. He missed 8 of them, and he has 18 goals and 17 assists. So this season is much better. But I think we've been watching it. And we saw him win the FIFA Best. We know he's on route to winning the Ballon d'Or. I mean, it might not be the numbers of when he was at Barcelona, but he was also a much younger man back then.
Of course he was, yeah. And Barcelona was built properly, whereas PSG is not being built properly.
Yeah.
And that's why they can't succeed in Europe. I mean, I know they got to the semi-finals before Messi arrived there, but they've been a failure in the Champions League, and all they care about is winning that tournament. But it's because of the way the team's been put together. Because it's about, let's buy as individuals, not think about the team as a whole. So again, you can't blame Leo Messi. He'll fit into any system, I think, in the world, any team in the world, let's be honest. So whoever gets him, we better for it. Even though he's in his mid-30s, he's going to play, through Copa for sure, probably through the next World Cup, is what he says.
Yeah.
Right? And now what he is in that point, we'll find out. But, yeah, I mean, listen, I know we're a little bit biased. We are Messi people. We appreciate him, the old argument between him and CR7, with respect to CR7, we are both very much on the Messi side of things. But the disrespect, you can't. I mean, he does nothing wrong. He lives a clean life. He's kind of boring off the pitch. He just does his talking with his boots, and that's why I think whoever gets him, be it Saudi Arabian club, be it a European club, be it an MLS side, will benefit for it. He's still world class, clearly.
Yeah. I wonder if the PSG fans are also putting the blame on Messi because Mbappe is there, the Prince of Paris, as we know, and Neymar is a little bit, dramatic of a player, but also he's been injured a lot. There might be some resentment, but I wonder if the blame just gets shifted towards Messi because there's so many superstars. You
can't blame Mbappe, like you said, right?
They wouldn't blame Mbappe, even though
he's
Mbappe
caused
was
more drama.
Yeah, he's halfway out the door in the summer, and they're like, no.
Flirting, with Real Madrid, and again this past month he's been doing the same thing again. He'll leave at some point, but you can't boo him.
Yeah, no, completely agree. So let's look at where Lionel Messi could be going according to some odds I found, but guys, please keep in mind this could probably change by tomorrow. So as it stands, Barcelona are the clear favorites going back to his stomping ground. After that, we see any Saudi Premier League team. You obviously mentioned Al Hilal, Ronaldo's rival. Inter Miami, we've heard those rumors since probably last summer. Man City, Guardiola link up. Chelsea, I think, it just had to get their name in there at this point with the way the club is functioning. Manchester United, Bayern Munich, and then Newcastle. Newcastle, see, what's interesting about that is they're probably one of the teams up here that could easily afford him.
They could afford him. Well, but could they with financial fair play? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Even with 1 year of Champions League football behind them, can they do it? I'm not sure. It's interesting. Bayern Munich might be the best fit because since they lost Lewandowski, they have really struggled, up top.
They have Choupo-Moting, though, who has
he's played really well, but he's not Lewandowski, though, is he?
Sure.
And I mean, listen, they're doing fine, even though they lost out to Freiburg in the Cup yesterday. They're still likely going to win the Bundesliga again. They're a smart club. He could fit in there, but does he want a bigger club as far as global branding than Bayern Munich? I'm not sure. I still think Inter Miami is going to be the eventual destination for him. But like you said yesterday, you made a good point. He does want to play in the World Cup and the Copa America, and playing at top level football is important for him. I just really hope he doesn't go to Saudi Arabia for numerous reasons we discussed before, the same ones about Ronaldo. But man, if they're offering that kind of money, I mean, I couldn't fault him for going there.
£13 a second. I mean, Jesus. As I look at it as well, I think the reason, why not Inter Miami, not Saudi, because he needs to be in a top level team if he wants to also keep competing with Argentina for those international tournaments coming up. I also heard yesterday that apparently his goal is to also stay in Europe. I honestly think right now that it really looks like Barcelona, but it's a matter of whether Barcelona can do it. And this, we don't have the answer.
Will he accept as a contract? I think we'd all like to see that, right? If as a football fan,
for sure,
go back, Leo, where it all began, You've earned so much respect there.
Yeah.
You've played your best football there. We'll forgive you that little, PSG excursion.
Well, I mean, he was kicked out of the club, really. That wasn't...
Yeah, it wasn't his fault, I know.
Yeah.
Precisely. And that's the way he could sell it as well. I didn't want to leave.
He would never get booed at Barcelona either. He knows, and his family loves it there. They still have the house. The kids grew up there.
Yeah.
Busquets apparently said, if Messi comes back, I'm going to renew my contract one more year.
Do they want him to?
I would, even if he's on the bench. I want the gang back together.
I thought he was coming to Toronto, though. Wasn't that the rumor?
I can't do this anymore. I mean, listen, with the amount of teams here, and there are still rumors that he could even go back to Argentina and play with his childhood club, Newell's Boys. I honestly think this one is going to be a toss-up until papers are signed. It's June, and we know. I don't know.
Hey, listen, it will feed our 442 content through the summer.
It truly will.
And in the summertime, we need content.
Yeah.
So please take your time, Leo. You know,
yeah,
we
but
love
also,
the rumors.
Come back to Barcelona. You're welcomed. But yeah, we'll keep you posted on Leo and Messi. Every day, it's something new. But hopefully, we see him at least leaving Paris, because I think Messi deserves more respect than what he's getting over there.